Today, thousands of Boston elementary school students are now back in the classroom for the first time in months. But many other districts don't have a plan yet, and some parents in those communities are worried. WBZ's Paul Burton is live in Dorchester tonight with that story. Paul?
Well, I tell you, there were a lot of happy children here at the Martin Luther King K-8 school, kids getting to see their teachers and their classmates in person for the first time in a long time. And they were so excited to be in school. Now, other school districts, however, are still wrestling with what school will look like when they return. Was it fun to be in school?
Yeah.
What did you learn today?
I learned math.
More Boston school children are back in the classroom. At the MLK K-8 school in Dorchester this morning, it was virtual high fives and masks as Boston Mayor Marty Walsh, along with school officials and teachers, welcomed students back.
It was actually so exciting to see all of the kids jump off the bus and run up. We haven't seen a lot of them in a year.
For many students, this was their first time experiencing school since the pandemic. While schools across the state are preparing to bring kids back in person fully by April 1st, Boston Public Schools are marching ahead hybridly, welcoming back students K0 through 3rd grade. On March 15th, they will welcome back kids 4th through the 8th grade. Still, many families are choosing to stay fully remote for now.
You know, teachers are pushing through the fact that they have kids on a screen and they have kids in front of them, and how do you connect the two communities?
Principal Grace Coleman Burns says while plans to bring kids back in school in Boston have been in place since September, other school districts are still trying to figure it out.
The biggest frustration so far is not knowing where we're going. I haven't seen any sort of plan to move forward.
In Watertown, the Arisian family is deeply concerned. Their 3 kids are still remote and only report to school 2 times a week for half the day.
Some parents here in Watertown, not pleased with the way things are going, actually formed a group called Watertown for Parents Moving Schools Forward. They want to see an action plan put in place, and they plan to voice their concerns at a school committee meeting later on tonight.
This is an important meeting, and it's, you know, we're hopeful that the superintendent and the school committee in Watertown steps up and does what we think is in the best interest of our students and send them to school.
It's time to get our kids in. Their mental health is on the line as well. These kids need to be back in school, and we want them to hear us.
And that Watertown virtual committee meeting will take place at 7 o'clock tonight. Meanwhile, back here at the MLK school, they had about 150 kids in school today. They plan to have more on Thursday. Reporting live in Dorchester, I'm Paul Burton, WBZ News.